Shoot, I'm ready when you ready, bro. I said I'm ready when you ready.
Alright. Yeah, this ain't no disrespect to the victim or his family. Real talk. I'm just trying to bring light to my justice. I was charged with first degree murder. Investigation called a death and like 4 more pounds. I don't know them all off rip. But the detective of my case wrote his original wrote his report for a warrant for this manslaughter originally. So with me being tried for first degree murder, I mean to throw off report to the jury, some compromise verdict out and guilty of second degree murder. Honestly, I believe I was defending myself when I was. You just got a split second to decide when it's gonna be shoot or be shot. So just put yourself in my shoes. You have some heated words between the guy. He's about to reach for a gun now. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? They asked me where I got a gun on me. I'm not the same. I struggle when I'm from the trenches. You put me on trial to erase my truth and create a lie just for a conviction. You ain't doing this for the good of the community. It's just for the good of your pockets. Look at me like I'm crazy and judge me when y'all didn't know my situation. Crazy part about it, I'm pleading self-defense. And Michigan don't even have self-defense. You know what I mean? Our laws suggest justified homicide. You know what I mean? This shit is designed to discourage you and leave you hopeless. You just gotta stay focused. I had to fight so hard. I still have to fight hard just to finally get to the point like, all right, I can see the light now. Like, all right, I finally to the point I'm gonna overcome. I've been here 7 years. And that 7 years of consistently fighting and striving. This shit ain't no whole real thought. You want to close in on yourself. No matter who with you or who's not with you, you're a guy at the end of the day. When I say I'm coming home, I really mean I'm coming home, whether you believe it or not. Y'all niggas better slow down out there. This is a fight. A nigga rather die, real talk.
Right.
It's what it is. We ain't meant to fight. We really supposed to overcome any obstacle set in front of us. There's no prepared mentally for this. You gotta learn how to adjust. I don't mean adjust to a state of comfortability. I mean adjust as to the situation become a wave and go with the flow. It's up and down, it's shaky, but you can't never break. You know what I mean? You try to break me, offer me 23 to 50, and then going down at 22 to 50. But speaking on things outside of my case, keep to bringing the incidents I ain't recall of. You know what I mean? The non-emotion at the motion, but a lot continue to change and change, but the truth remains the same.
If you want to say anything to your fans, or anybody who been, just wondering what you've been up to, man, and how everything been holding up, how you been holding up in there.
I'm good in this bitch, man. I'm chilling, man. Shit. Till goes down, man. I'm alright, you know what I mean? I don't be doing shit to take care of my body. My mind, shit, man. Preparing to get about this bitch. I'm definitely holding up, man. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Just patiently waiting, be dog,
So, man, they sentenced you to what, like 33 to 60 years for one charge. You had like 3 different charges. So, collectively, like, what's the most you could serve, man, before you got out? I mean, I know you said you expect to get out sooner than later, but what are you really looking at, man, in the grand scheme of things, punishment wise, with your sentence?
Shit, punishment wise, shit, I served my time. Shit, I was overcharged, shit, and they charged me with first degree murder, knowing that this shit wasn't first degree murder. And when they do that type of shit, they're charged with first degree murder. And that compromised their verdict because the jury, not knowing what they will understand that this ain't premeditation murder, because that's one of the elements for first degree. And then they'd be so confused how you get to your second degree murder, you know what I'm saying? Right. They call it the efficient jury form, man. Like when they get your paper, it says first it says guilty or not guilty of first degree premeditated murder. Then your lesser cooler charge like second degree manslaughter, they say guilty. And then what the judge do is they tell them like, yeah, you can find them not guilty of first degree and guilty of your other charge. So it be confused. This shit, it's so slick what they do, man. It be the bar discovered witness proof that I was there that night proving business, man. I would go back to the county and I would have an evidential hearing. And once they find the witness credible, I will get granted a new trial or to offer me a cop. And since I'm found guilty of second-degree murder, my lesser to the fifth now will be manslaughter, you know what I mean?
Right.
And my guidelines for manslaughter start from 3.5 to 15. and that's your minimum and your max. So usually you'll be getting anywhere in between that. I'm locked up 7 years, so I'm 4.5 years over my minimum. So I can get time served, or they can give me 7 to 15, 8 to 15. You know what I mean? And they'll probably give me another year. So what I'm hoping is I will get back. If not the end of this year, I will get back at the beginning of next year, and I'll be able to get a copy of time served, which I'm hoping to get. And while I'm down there, I'm actually gonna file a motion for an appeal bond so I can get out of here on the bond while waiting for my new trial or whatever they gonna do. You know what I mean?
Right. Man, I had put like a documentary together on you. And when I was doing my research, I saw that you had applied for an appeal a few years ago, but they denied it.
You got this appeal. See, people don't understand about the appeals. You get multiple appeals. You first, it's steps. Like you'll file to the trial court. If the trial court deny you, you'll go to the court of appeals. The court of appeals deny you, you'll go to the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court deny you, you'll go to the federal court. And then your federal deny you, can file your 6500, which means newly discovered evidence or retroactive change in law. And you got unlimited 6500 if you got newly discovered evidence or the law change. So
Right.
They denied my direct appeal. Yeah. And that's because I had a bum-ass lawyer, you know what I mean?
Right. But you
I really wasn't prepared. They're like, that shit, this shit so fucking corrupt, you know what I mean? Like, they deny you on shit and they'll push you all the way to the higher court, and then you get to the higher court, like the Supreme or federal, and they'll shoot your shit back down, just telling them that shit granted just for the beginning, so they have just wait so many years of a nigga life. Like, this shit so bold, you know what I mean? Niggas don't be understanding this type of shit, so that's why you got to be on that shit. But like now, dog, like I'm gonna file my 5500 next, and I got my I'm waiting to file my federal. But when I file my 5500, hopefully it'll be over with after this because my newly discovered evidence, they shouldn't be able to deny that. You know what I mean? These new witnesses coming forward that I had no idea. And if I file, then I'll be straight. And I got a good lawyer too, man. So I should be alright.
Like before you went in, you were kind of like a little heavier, like a little stockier, but it was some images circulating, man, showing you in prison, but you was like cut up like you had been hitting the weights. So I take it that you took that time to kind of transform your mind and your body.
Yeah. I feel I get in here, man. I'm gonna leave here full transformation, mentally and physically. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just work out like a motherfucker. I mean, ain't shit else to do. Just work out, lights on, and read shit.
No, for sure. Man, before you went in, it was like a few months before actually you had put on Twitter that you had linked up with Chief Keef and Glow Gang, but after that you got caught up in the situation and unfortunately, it snatched your freedom. So can you just speak on your current relationship with Chief Keef, or are you still affiliated with Glow Gang? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, I got a good relationship with Chief Keef and Tato on the Glow Gang. I just got done talking to Tato and Chief Keef. Yeah, I've been talking to them, man, for years since I've been in this print. You know what I mean? Like them niggas, real niggas. You know what I mean? Like niggas, shit. Our relationship grew stronger. You know what I mean? But yeah, I fuck with them like our relationship though. I'm always fuck with them niggas. You know what I mean? Cause shit, them niggas ain't never shown me no signs before. Them niggas 100. A nigga ain't obligated, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, fuck with them boys. I always fuck with them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Hey, man, so, I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, man. I appreciate you calling in, man, and chopping it up with a humble soul, bro. I know it's been a long time in the making. I was curious to know, man, like you put out your recent song, Self-Defense, and it seemed like, man, like in the first few bars of the song, you mentioned Kid, and I know like that's somebody who you kind of came on the scene with, but I don't know if y'all kind of lost touch over the years. But what's your current relationship with like the whole Dope Boys, BYLUG, and Kid and all of them?
Ain't no problem with none. I don't have no problem with none of them. You know what I mean? No bad blood. It's straight. I don't know, man. When I've been in here, man, I really kind of keep my to a minimum, man. Like I deal with people and talk to people though. Like I mean, So I don't really call too many people, you know what I mean? Like payroll, he always reached out to me since I've been in here, you know what I mean? I always had a decent relationship with payroll, you know what I mean? We straight, you know what I mean, as far as you like they pay me and shit, check on me and shit. I don't got a problem with none of them niggas. We're straight, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing. Somebody just go apart from niggas, you feel me? Like, it ain't just them, you know what I mean? It's a lot more other niggas, you feel me?
I'm also curious, man. Like you put like Puritan in your name, like you know you Yae Yae Jordan, Puritan Jordan. Like man, what does it mean to you, man? Like that section of the west side of Detroit. What's so special about that area, bro?
Where niggas grew up at, shit, niggas stuffing grounds, man. I love that PA shit. Niggas say, hey, that PA shit, that nigga hood, you know what I mean? That's what we claim. Hood and shit, nigga. So, PA my hood, you know what I mean? And shit, I grew up around that bitch. They got brothers, okay, brothers for niggas around there. Man. That shit a lot. That shit deep. That shit, and that nigga, you know what I mean? Just not the streets and shit itself, but it's the people around the whole environment, you know what I mean? When you grow up somewhere, man, that shit become a part of you, dog, you know what I mean? So, I might as well put it in my name, that shit a part of me, that PA shit a part of me, eat through all of my skin, you know what I mean? That PA shit, man, that shit is what it is, man, you know, you be infatuated by certain shit in these streets, you just find something to love. You know, that shit, your neighborhood is the first thing you end up loving, you know what I mean? Like, and your niggas and shit, so that should be a part of you, man. That PA shit a part of you, man. It's my name now, so whatever, nigga, when they nigga hear that yeah, shit, nigga, you always know PA, nigga. When the nigga say my name, you saying period, and so.
For sure. When you were going to trial, like you said, they were calling you Yae Yae. Did they actually? Because I've heard different artists say like, man, during trial they would play their music, like Boosie. I think I heard like El Dorado Red and a couple other people say it. Did they play your music during trial?
No, they tried to play my music, but the Steelers had denied their request. So what they do is, you know what I mean, they were calling me Yae Yae, and sometimes it was accidental, sometimes it on purpose, man. That shit all be a technique, dog, that prosecutors will do, man. Cause force the judge to tell you, hey, don't look up none of his music, or don't Google him, or don't all that. But you know, people is human, you know what I mean? So, and they curious. People is curious. It's in their nature. So, of course, they gonna look that shit up. And then when you look my shit up, what you gonna see, man? Ain't gonna see no Boy Scout, you feel me? So that shit all be playing a role, man. That shit, they kind of took the focus off all the evidence. It took, like, this shit, dog. This a dirty game, boy. You gotta be on point with this shit, man. And then when the nigga coming down, first fight, you won't be knowing shit. You know what I mean? You just be that motherfucker looking crazy as hell. You and that motherfucker just
Right.
don't know what's going on. That's why I had to come here and study and learn, you know what I mean? Go to that law library every chance I get.
Mm.
So when I go back this time, it won't get down like that. You know?
For sure. If you can clear anything up, man, as far as like if there's any misinformation circulating online or just in Detroit or whatever, man, about you and about this situation, is there anything you want to let the listeners know?
Nah, really, I don't give a fuck. But not that misinformation and none of that shit. That shit don't mean nothing to me. It is what it is. Believe what you want to believe. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, man, them motherfuckers don't give this shit back. I'll be back in the man. Niggas will see you soon, you know what I mean? Believe it or not, you know what I mean? I wouldn't give a fuck what they heard and all that crazy ass shit there. People don't never know nothing, but hey, believe what you want to believe. What's the discussion here? Yeah, man, Yae Yae Jordan, man. Fuck with my guy, AHumbleSoul, man.